Good evening, my name is Simon, and I'm here today to talk about my great passion in life, which is making things. I've been making things my whole life since I was a kid. I practically grew up in a workshop, and I took apart my first engine when I was 10 years old, and ever since then I've been making stuff. Now I'm an inventor with my own company called Aanerud Industries, and we get to make fantastic stuff like toys, lamps, vehicles, mechanisms, furniture, interior details, and I get to do that every day, which is a true blessing and a real joy. And, I thought I'd talk about that and just show the things that we've been making, but I've been thinking about this thing lately, and I thought this being a forum for sharing, I might share this thing. And you see, I've been looking at this connection lately between how I deal with my everyday life and how I make design decisions. And in order to be able to talk about that, you need to know what my everyday life is like. See, this is me. I'm a very, very nervous person. I'm very anxious. I have social anxieties, and I trouble with weird things, very, very stupid things. And I have huge problem with little dumb things, like, tiles, floor tiles trouble me a great deal. You ever play that game, like Don't Step on the Line when you were little? It's hot lava. See, my brain is still playing that game, but it's not a game anymore. And that makes it very interesting trying to get to work in the morning. There's a lot of cracks in the pavements out there. And now, my life is filled with these complexities, and especially people. They are too chaotic, and this is what my brain does. When I'm walking down the street, it projects safe and unsafe paths. The goal being not, touching people or getting into some sort of chaotic situation. And these lines present my options. But I can't live like that, and since I was a kid, I was always inventive and inquisitive, and I wanted to improve things. So obviously I couldn't live like that, so I made these mechanisms, little stupid things that solve little stupid problems. It'll be a list I make, it'll be a song I sing in my head. It'll be just stupid things that connect or bridge how the world feels to me, which can be harsh, and how ideally I would like it to feel. And so I have these little stupid things, little mechanisms, leverage if you want, and they connect those things. And that, I've been thinking about lately, is what I'm doing when I'm designing things as well. And it's this sense of chaos, this sense of the world being terrible as it is, and there being some sort of calling for me to do something about it. And I'm not a Samaritan. I just think, this needs to be done something. I need to do something here. Like this. This is a great mechanism for reversing an engine, and it's beautiful. Talk to me about it later. But I'm not an educated designer, so I don't have any proper references for good design. I don't know what good design really should be, but I do know when I hit it, I'll feel it. So if I do something, I'll get that certain click. Something goes click in my brain, and I go, there it is. That's what I wanted to make. And that's a certain feeling, and it's very similar to the feeling I get when I solve one of my little mental issues. And so that feeling of just being able to sort of put the world into some feeling of order, even just a little piece of it. It'll be like this table we made. It'll be an angle, like this angle, and I won't know one beforehand, but I'll know when it's there because something goes click. And I can't really explain that feeling, but I love that feeling because it gives me some sense of order and a relief. And so designing stuff, I think, makes me like this guy. I don't have butterflies, I have cogs in my stomach. And those cogs, it's like this unease. I'm very uncomfortable in the world. But that discomfort, and I'm just realizing this, and I'm sharing it because, you're here. And that discomfort is the main drive between my passion to make things. That's what's doing it. Also, that discomfort, that mental sort of being crazy, also makes me a perfectionist. I'll take a 2-week project and I'll scrap it like that if it's not right, and it won't cost me because it has to. I have to sleep. And also, I think it provides me with an amazing imagination. This imagination, normally it's just used for negative outcome focusing. I'll just project, don't get on a plane, you'll die, obviously. But that imagination is amazing because it'll give me 100 ideas every day. And I love ideas. Ideas are just the main food of my brain. It just loves to think about stuff like that. And so that's what I do. I try to sort of feel better. Really, that's what I'm doing. And by doing that, I'm just throwing it out there because it's new to me too, this connection. I'm just thinking about it. What it's doing, it's creating, it's transferring craziness into creation, into, look at my nephew, he's so happy. He's loving that digger. So I'm kind of get this sense that I'm creating happiness in the world by just satisfying my idiotic brain for its needs to solve something. Like an artist would write songs. We have songs. We have enough songs, probably. But they keep doing it because there's an unease. There's a sense of the world isn't done. That little piece, you got a little piece and it's yours, and you have to do that for no other reason that it needs to be made. And I think that's a great privilege to sort of be in touch with what feels like a need and what feels like a vulnerability to the world. And I'm feeling it every day, but I'm kind of hoping that, because, I'm guessing I'm not the only one who sort of finds the world a bit scary. So if I could say something, it would be that maybe it's not only okay to be a bit, odd, but could it possibly be an advantage, to be a bit nuts? That's all. Thank you. Thank you.